And welcome to the show. Great to be with you. Thanks for stopping by today. Hope you're having a good day wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. For the longest time, the advice has been portion control. Portion control is a long-standing principle in nutrition. Well, let's see. There's a story trending today about portion control in a very odd way. And we'll, just when you think, yeah, you'll see. It's strange what this study seems to recommend. And we'll talk about that among some other stories that are trending. The apparently Gary shared with me a story about Kroger. When I was growing up as a boy in Pittsburgh, Kroger was a big deal, and they're going to be involved in a program called Peculiar Picks, and they're not going to be the only grocery store to do that. Come 2019, you're probably going to see it. So I'm going to tell you about it before you see it, so you know what it is in case it turns up. Called Peculiar Picks. I guess I could use that to define some of the people I've dated. Well, that was a peculiar pick. What was I thinking? Yeah. As you can tell, I make a lot of fun of my my relational life, which is not that great. Terrible track record, man. Terrible. Horrible. Not really. I mean, not too bad. Not too bad. Gary's here today with his John Deere hat on.
Yeah.
Were you mowing the field this morning before you came in the fog?
Actually, yesterday.
Okay.
Mowed yesterday.
John Deere.
I mowed and used the skid steer to move some logs around and clean up the property before people come for the holidays.
Good. Holidays are upon us, and it's a wonderful time of year, paradoxical time of year. There's a lot of ebb and flow of good and bad, right? It's one of my, for a lot of people, it's one of their favorite times of the year. Does you miss the people that are gone and you wish they were there, but that there are new people here, all right? There are new people in your lives. You have children; they may have had you now have grandchildren, and all that's good. It's all good. I just use the holidays as a way to connect and to remind myself about what's important. And family is a priority, for sure. Although it can get complicated. So we'll talk more about the holidays as it unfolds, and we'll see. As of course, stress is ever present during the holiday. Isn't it interesting how that concept keeps coming up all the time on the show? And these guests, I don't tell them what to talk about. They can talk about whatever they wish. And if you notice, Gary, it comes up, just the last, 2 or 3 guests, they talked about stress, talking about stress. It's that stress response, the fight or flight response, blessing and a curse. Mostly a blessing. We just need to learn how to manage events that might trigger, stressors. That's our job. Nature, biology provided us with this fight or flight response that really has contributed to our evolution as a species. Without it, I don't think we would have made it.
Right.
Clearly. I don't think so. That stress response is a response that serves the purpose for survival. For survival. It just, we, in modern life, we perceive so many things as a threat. Anything perceived as a threat will trigger that fight or flight response. Physical threat, psychological, emotional threat. Being late for work is, in a sense, a threat. The threat of not making it. Go to St. Petersburg, Florida. They have stress there, too. Joe, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on.
How you doing, Doc? Yesterday you were talking about sleeping and stress, and
sleep and noise. It was sleep and noise. It was sleep and noise, right? Or was it?
Yeah, sleep and noise, correct. But growing up in the city, growing up in Brooklyn, you slept with the windows open by the fire escape, and you hear the ambulances going by, and there's fire engines and the cars and the trucks, and you slept really good. But when the noise stopped, it woke you up. You couldn't go back to sleep until you heard the noises again.
It's funny.
I think of my cousin Vinny.
I know that scene in they're sleeping and the train comes and upside out of bed. That movie, I've watched it so many. I laugh every darn time. I laugh. Wonderful movie. You just evoked a bunch of memories. You going to get a ticket?
No, that was a fire truck just going by.
You evoked a lot of memories. I remember being in New York, in Manhattan, and when my father would take us on vacation, and we would stay in the city, and he worked for the railroad, so we would take a sleeper car from Pittsburgh to New York. When we would get there, I was so excited. I loved the city then. And you're right. In Manhattan, right? Even, I know you said Brooklyn, right? But in Manhattan, in the hotels back in the day, you would have the windows open in the summertime in the hotel. They let you could open the windows. Not now, not anymore. And I remember, I know, and I remember just what you said. All night long, you would hear the horns, the cabs, the sirens, and there was something. I don't know. It never bothered me. I slept well with it. I sort of liked it.
Me too.
Right?
Yeah.
That actually goes back to yesterday's show. Charlotte, the guest on the show, she'd mentioned how our stress responses, when we walk into a new area that's got a new smell, we immediately notice it. Bam, like that. Next few times, not as much, and then eventually you become accustomed to it, and that the sleeping with the noises on and the hustle and bustle of the city, that's almost a comfort because that's what your stress system is used to.
And you're right. And the thing, when I was growing up in Pittsburgh, we lived, near the city, but we were near the railroad tracks.
Oh, boy, yeah.
And at night, in the distance, you could hear the trains. I loved that, man. It was so cool, that the sound carries at night. And this was miles away, and you could hear the trains. It was so, yeah. You evoked a lot of memories. You're right, though. We adapt, Joseph. We adapt. Do you need the room quiet?
I would have got that answer wrong yesterday.
What's that? What?
I would have got that answer wrong yesterday.
Oh, would you? I
would have said.
Yeah, I know. Do you need to have the room quiet? Do you need to sleep in the totally quiet? You need it that way?
Well, I'm trying. Yeah, now I could do that now, but in the past I could never do that.
You were accustomed to the sounds of the city, the sounds of the neighborhood, the sirens, the whatever. I always appreciate your calls, Joseph. You bring things back to places where people's lives, their everyday life. We'll come back. LTN, coast to coast and globally.
Almost 52% of men experience erectile dysfunction and benign prostatic hyperplasia. If you've had challenges with virility, sexual health, or low energy, Body Vigor's Alpha Extension may be the answer for you. Body Vigor's Alpha Extension can help revitalize your alpha male and extend your love. Our formula is one of the highest quality nutraceuticals available, formulated to support the processes involved in promoting a healthy male sex drive, energy, and stamina. Alpha Extension has 2 powerful herbal blends: Virilla Max, which focuses on male sexual health, and T-Pump Activator, which helps balance your testosterone levels. Revitalize your alpha male with Body Vigor's Alpha Extension. Exclusively available on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. Long-standing principle in nutrition is portion size. The principle being managing portion size, controlling, and they use the word control often to talk about it. Controlling your portion size is limiting portion size as a way to lose weight, keep your weight in check, not overeat. It's a sound principle. And it gets related to calorie restriction. When you're doing portion size management, if you want to call it that, you're managing calories. Now, that, to me, sounds like a pretty good idea, right? You would think. I don't know. Wow. That's what's fun about doing this show. Story trending today about a study. A lot of researchers around doing lots of studies, aren't there? Honestly. And they were talking about how larger portions of food may, in fact, be a good idea. Let's see now. We spent a lot of time on this show trying to tell people not to overeat. The findings, they said, contribute to our understanding of the psychology of healthy eating. Really? Well, let's see. Let's see about this. What we do know, I've always said, whatever you put down in front of a human being on a plate, they'll eat it. Humans will eat it. That's just the way they are. Humans are like that. Whatever you put down in front of them, they'll eat. What I mean is, if I extrapolate that out a little bit, what I mean is, whatever the food culture is, right now the food culture is dominated by the processed food paradigm. Guess what? That's what people are eating. Even though I could stand here, sit here, on my head, whatever, and up and down and scream and wave and foam at the mouth, say, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't eat it. They're going to eat it anyway. Why? Because it's there. So what we do know, if you give somebody a big bowl of candy, they're more likely than not to eat more if the bowl is bigger and full of candy than a smaller bowl with candy. They've called this the portion size effect. That's what it's called. One review found that when portion size is doubled, people consume 35% more food. Now, you have these food outlets that advertise what? Larger portion sizes. What are they trying to do? Draw people in. You're going to get more for your money. I was just commenting. I went into the office yesterday. I was talking to a crew in there. They work in finance, so I always drift over there to see what's going on. See what's going on with it. What are they doing with the money? No, I'm just kidding. And I was talking
mattresses, Doc.
And I was talking to them, and I said one of the worst concepts in the food culture has been all-you-can-eat buffets. I think that is all-you-can-eat. And I said, think about that for a second. They said, oh, you're talking about buffets. I said, well, yeah, all you can eat is a buffet, but not all buffets are all you can eat. And I said, it's a terrible concept because if you give people more food to eat, they're going to exactly do that, eat more food. So food outlets advertise, and so do restaurants, larger portion, more food, cost less, you get bigger bang for your food dollar, whatever. And they think that, many people believe, and I believe too, that it sort of contributes, it's one more thing that contributes to the obesity epidemic. So for this reason, then, they said in the article that in the story that health-conscious people around the world make sure they only give themselves small portions of food that some people consider to be unhealthy. I always joke. You go into some of these high-end restaurants, and, it's like when you pay the bill, it's like making a mortgage payment. It's so expensive. but the portion sizes are small. And I always joke with the waiter or the serving help, and I'll say, this is a hospital portion. I'm not sick. You can give me a little bit more food here. The portion sizes are really small in those some of these high-end restaurants. You know this. And that's just how it is. And some people think that eating less, when the portion size is far too small, that it's really unhealthy. Now, despite all the research into this negative consequences of portion size, there are a couple of studies that have focused on the potential benefits. Here's the question they posed. Could increasing portion size of healthy snacks, no less? That's an oxymoron. Healthy snacks? Unless you're eating fruits and vegetables, it's hard to find a healthy snack. Increase their consumption. Could increasing portion size of healthy snacks increase the consumption of those healthy snacks? When we come back, I'm going to tell you what Deakin University in Australia found. Here's a number to call.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
We work very hard to try to get into the science, but sometimes I wonder, increase the portion size, double? They're saying double it. Really?
I'm Joy McCarthy, holistic nutritionist, and I expect more from my multivitamin. I've researched many vitamins, and what's truly different about Every Woman's One Daily from New Chapter is that it's fermented with probiotics and whole foods and gentle even on an empty stomach. Every Woman's One Daily helps you feel good every day, giving you immune, energy, and stress support, and nutrients for bone and heart health. You will notice a difference. Every Woman's One Daily recently won the Best Multivitamin Award, and I love that it's non-GMO project verified. Discover the wisdom of nature with New Chapter.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Figures Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. So there's new studies out saying double the portion size. Let me get you to the study itself. Just my notes here. Boy. So they did two experiments, and Dr. Kate is holding, so I'll get through this quickly. But I wanted to share this with you. This is interesting. There were two experiments. This was done in France, by the way. And they investigated how larger portion size influenced consumption of healthy foods. Okay? The studies compare portion size effect across snack foods varying in healthiness, from potato chips to apple chips, if you will. And in a healthy snack, carrots. In a field setting, which was a movie theater. All right. In the first study, they found that doubling the portions increased consumption of both healthy and unhealthy snacks. Like I said, whatever you put down in front of a human, that human will eat it. Study 2. It was done in a movie theater, and they showed that high school students ate more of a healthy snack, which were baby carrots that Gary was eating yesterday, like Bugs Bunny, when given a large portion. It also investigated if portion size effect would be moderated by the type of movie being watched. Portion size effect was mitigated when the participants watched a food-related versus food-unrelated movie, suggesting that food focus reduces the effect of portion size. Wow. Now, there's a problem with that second study. There's a confounding variable in there. And the confounding variable is watching a movie. We know that when people watch TV, they tend to eat more. You're distracted. You're not paying attention to how much or what you're eating or how much. That's a confounding variable. That creates bias. They didn't discuss that in the paper. What the variable they manipulated, the variable they manipulated was movie type, a food-related movie and a non-food related movie. That's fine, well and good. But by the mere fact that you're putting somebody situating them within the context of watching a movie, that in and of itself influences how much and what people eat. That's a confounding variable. As a researcher, I can tell you that is a big deal. That is a big deal. So I don't know. I'm not. What? Double the portion size. Give them double the portion size of carrots so they'll eat more carrots. Well, maybe they shouldn't be eating a bunch of healthy food in the first place at one sitting, if you will, or at one serving. This study is odd. I'm being a little critical of it. I think it's strange. The title of the study was, "Might bigger portions of healthier snack food help?" My question was, help what? Help what? We're trying to teach people to manage their portions. Portion control is a valid principle. Calorie restriction is a valid principle. I have questions about this study. Dr. Kate Rowan Blue is my guest. She's an educator for Natural Factors. Dr. Kate knows a thing or two about nutrition. She's a naturopathic physician. In naturopathic training, they spend a lot of time on nutrition. It is a primary dimension for treatment. I'm all in. Dr. Kate, welcome back to the movie. Welcome back to the show. It's great to have you on.
Thanks. It's great to be back.
What do you make of that study? That's an odd, I don't know. I'm just curious about what your take is.
Well, I think I'm with you that the conclusions here are a little vague in that, helps with what and what is really the goal here, as well as it is absolutely possible to eat too much healthy food, to eat too much of anything, healthy or not. I think it's really interesting that maybe what the important take-home information to extract from this is that for people who are watching movies about food, counterintuitively, they ate less of either the healthy or the unhealthy food, and that really speaks to the point of paying attention to your food, even looking at and thinking about food, even if it's food that you're not eating, it's on a screen in front of you and you've got something else to eat, satisfies a part of hunger and a part of the reason why we do eat. And so, paying attention to our food is something that I think maybe we don't do often enough, or there's lots of circumstances or incidents that we don't. And that to me is arguably the most important part of these studies, because I agree that the rest is, there's some questionable aspects of the other parts of these studies.
When I was growing up, this is a while back, there was no TV. And when we ate dinner, when my dad came home, he came home in about 3:30, 4 o'clock, because he went to work at 3 o'clock in the morning, worked for the railroad. We would eat dinner at 5. And my mom had prepared dinner. She never missed a meal, man. And we all sat down at the dinner table. There was no TV, no radio. Well, we didn't have a TV. But we were just eating as a family at the table. I grew up that way. Little later on, we were able to get a TV, and then I found myself watching TV while eating. And admittedly, I have done that probably throughout my entire adult life. I don't know if that's hurt me or helped me or made any difference at all, but I do watch TV when I eat. That's the only time I get a chance to catch up on the news or watch something, distract myself a little bit. And so I watch TV while I eat. Do you do that as well or not?
I don't, no.
Really?
We don't keep a TV. Yeah, we don't keep a TV in the kitchen area, never have. And I'm a real stickler about, having everybody sit down, and the boys, we're all going to sit down together and have dinner. We do play music always during a meal.
Oh, that's nice.
But yeah, no TV, and screens are off, which is becoming more challenging. The kids would love to, and they're trying to sneak their phones to the table and check them here and there. But no screens during dinner.
You play Led Zeppelin during dinner? No, just Tchaikovsky, Chopin. Who are you playing? What are you doing? Oh, that's nice. So you all do sit down as a family and eat with no distraction then?
Yeah, I'm a real stickler for sitting down.
Why are you a stickler? It's interesting you describe yourself like that. Why are you a stickler for that?
I don't know. I feel like it's one of the last chances and last opportunities in the day and in this busy world and busy life with busy with kids to have a quiet moment, reconnect over food. I'm trying to teach the fact that food is something that is meant to be sociable, and I don't know, there's something about that time, even if it's quick, even if a dinner only takes 20 minutes to eat, we still have that moment.
It's quality time.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce exclusively on Amazon.com.
Dr. Michael Garko, thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. It is interesting to sit back sometimes and watch how a particular theory within the realm of, I'm just speaking, I'll just confine it to nutrition. A particular theory or hypothesis or clinical practice, something that's done in clinical practice, a good thing, you know. And then all of a sudden, what happens is attributions are made relative to whatever this good thing is, theory, hypothesis, practice, principle, whatever. And people start making attributions that lead to misunderstanding, lead to misapplication, and myth. Probiotics is one place where this really is true. Dr. Kate Rowan Blue is my guest. She's with Natural Factors, one of my very favorite dietary supplement companies for more reasons than I have the time to tell you. And she wants to talk about probiotics and myths about probiotics. It's interesting, isn't it, Dr. Kate, how a good thing can become misunderstood, misapplied, and then mythologized and ends up being wrong-headed, right?
Very much so, and this really does apply to probiotics. It's amazing because, you know, we carry around this a fantastic microbiome inside of us, incredibly complex and dynamic, with trillions and trillions of bacteria, as well as other microorganisms. There's beneficial yeasts, and they outnumber us in terms of genetic material, in terms of actual numbers of cells, and yet we don't understand them that well. We're starting to understand a little bit, and for that reason, it's really seemed to be an area that's subject to a lot of myth and misinformation and misunderstanding and a lot of specious reasoning, you know, things that seem plausible superficially, but when you dig deeper, you realize they aren't right at all.
Let's talk about some of these myths. What's one that comes to mind right away for you?
Well, one that has come up very recently with quite a widely published article from the BBC, in fact, is that probiotics are not helpful, that supplemental beneficial bacteria that you can take in a capsule are, in fact, useless, was a term that was recently used.
I saw that.
And this was based on the idea that because probiotics pass through, they're transient. In other words, they don't colonize the intestines, they don't stick around and become part of the native flora, that they're not useful. But in fact, this is something we've known for quite a while. And even though probiotics are transient, they still do lots of good things on their way through. Even our own native, you could say, bacteria don't stick around that long. They're very dynamic. They turn over very quickly, but there's lots going on in there. So even though probiotics are transient and they're passing through, we absolutely know they're still offering a benefit.
This was a group of scientists, as it turns out. and I'm glad you brought it up. I didn't report on it. Didn't have whatever came up that day. There might have been other things that trumped it. These were Israeli scientists. The study was done in Israel, and they asserted without equivocation that foods loaded or packed with good bacteria called probiotics, they described them as nearly useless. Useless, no less. I mean,
well, and it's crazy because, and I think that was more of the BBC's take on the study, but I don't know how they could come to draw those conclusions from this. We know that human beings have been benefiting from eating fermented foods forever, for as long
hundreds of thousands of years.
Right, exactly. And it was probably came even before cooking foods, is eating fermented foods that have spontaneously fermented, and we absolutely benefit from that. And the evidence around this is quite clear on a number of levels. And these particular studies that the commentary was based on were two very small studies from a limited number of probiotics that were actually not clinically proven whatsoever. But in either way, the fact that they pass through the digestive tract has nothing to do with the fact that we benefit. We eat food that passes through us, and yet we still get benefit from it.
Yeah, this was a team of researchers at the Weizmann Institute of Science. They made their own probiotic cocktail, as it's described, using 11 common bacteria, including strains of lactobacillus and bifidobacteria. They gave it to 25 healthy volunteers for a month. They were then sedated, and samples were surgically taken from multiple places in the stomach and small and large intestines. The researchers looked to see whether bacteria successfully colonized and whether they led to any changes in the activity of the gut. The results were in the journal. It's a reputable journal called Cell. It showed in half the cases the good bacteria went to the mouth and straight out the other end.
And yet that has no bearing on the fact that they can still offer benefits without permanently colonizing the intestines. It's such, the reporting on this was such bunk, and the conclusions that were drawn were so unhelpful.
Yeah, again, as a researcher, I'm always on the alert for bias. I'm on informational bias, selection bias. I'm looking for confounders. Is there a variable or other variables that are intervening that really would account for the effect and not really the exposure that was done in the study? I don't know. I don't know if it's a combination of bad reporting and bad science here. I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, the actual researchers and authors of the papers versus people who were commenting on it said, in fact, they felt that these results supported perhaps a more personalized approach to probiotics. And, of course, we're getting there. That's coming down the road, and this is why I recommend broader spectrum supplements when it comes to probiotics. But we still absolutely know that you don't necessarily permanently change the gut flora with taking a probiotic supplement, but you can still have benefits for mood, for digestion, for immunity, for example, all kinds of things.
Yeah, when we come back, we'll tell you Natural Factors they have probiotics in Natural Factors, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, when we come back, we'll have Dr. Kate lay that out. And as she said, she's a stickler. Dinner time, everybody sits down at the dinner table. No TV. They do play music. It's just nice. I like that. My mom did that too from time to time. All right, this is all good. Probiotics, myths, misunderstandings, misapplications, all kinds of crazy. Probiotics are a wonderful concept. We don't want to mess it up. So Dr. Kate's going to clear some things up. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition today, featuring Dr. Kate Rowan Blue, coast to coast and globally.
Are your joints feeling out of date and stiff? Is that old sports injury flaring up? Is your body aching from the daily wear and tear at work? Body Vigor's Joint Ready keeps you at the ready for any joint pain that gets out of line. Unfortunately, as we age, joint pain becomes more common. Body Vigor's Joint Ready can help provide relief so you can continue to go about your day. Our formula contains sulfated forms of glucosamine and chondroitin. Studies show that these sulfated forms are more effective than regular glucosamine bound to hydrochloride. Joint Ready promotes a healthy inflammatory response, facilitates cartilage synthesis, and provides additional antioxidants. Keep your joints at the ready with Body Vigor's Joint Ready, exclusively on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for stopping by today, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. That lady's right, you know. You take charge of your health. The question is, what does that mean? Take charge of your health. Spent a lot of time talking about that. Part of it, one thing you need to do, it's a necessary condition to take charge of your health, is not just get informed, but to get educated on diet, nutrition, lifestyle, medical matters, and it's your responsibility to do that. When you subcontract your health out to healthcare professionals, there's a risk if you're not supervising that job site, using that metaphor. You're the foreperson on the job. You're the foreman or the forewoman, whatever, the boss. And you can't always assume that those working the job site know what they're doing. If you follow my drift, one of the goals of this show is to try to not just inform, but to educate. There's a difference. You can get getting informed, to be educated means a lot of things. It means really understanding what the information is telling you, applying it, testing it, critically evaluating it. That's what being educated means. And not to just accept things whole cloth, just take it as it is. Oh, well, that's what the doctor said. Well, so what, the doctor? Just remember, in med school, if somebody graduated at the bottom of the class, okay? Turn your mic on.
They're still a doctor.
Exactly. And sometimes, what I have found in all my years in academia as a professor, yeah, you may have gotten your PhD and you made it through. That doesn't necessarily mean you may have been smart to do that, but that doesn't mean that you have an insight and an understanding of what to do and how to do it and how to apply it on a day-to-day, and especially in clinical practice. I'm not a clinician. Dr. Kate Rowan Blue is. I'm not. I'm a researcher by trade. And, taking charge of your health is a big deal. It's a big deal. And hopefully this show, with guests such as Dr. Kate and others, we're very proud of having the quality guests. I mean, that's one of the strongest features of this show. Quality guests she's very well trained. I mean, the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine, School of Naturopathic Medicine, a wonderful school in Canada, has produced, I know a number of people have graduated from that program up there. It's a great school. And so we bring these guests on to educate, not just to inform, to educate. And my agenda is to persuade. I'm not here to inform anybody. I'm trying to persuade you to think things through, to reconsider, to try to move out of your comfort zone, try new things, think about things differently, try to change. Those things take thought and purpose and know-how. So we try to help as best we can. As I said, Dr. Kate is educated for natural factors, among other things she does in her life. She's always busy. Pardon me. And talking about the myths, really myths, misapplications, misunderstandings regarding probiotics it's a good thing that with a lot of good things it gets confused and misapplied, misattributed, and whatnot. Dr. Kate, welcome back to the show. Dr. Kate. Uh-oh.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go. There you are.
I was muted.
I'm sorry. It's okay, you're good.
That
You're
was
good.
me.
Yeah, you can't be muted on radio.
Fine.
Dead air. That's bad news. There are a constellation of myths. I'm not going to steal your thunder. I have at least 10 jotted down here in front of me. You mentioned, I'll let you go on now. I mean, you probably have several in mind. What are the ones that really you wanted to focus on and help this audience and help me and others listening and watching do better in understanding what probiotics are and how to use them and so on?
Well, I think one of the most common ones that seems to be persistent, common myths, and it's helpful for people when they're shopping for probiotics, is the idea that probiotics have to be enteric-coated to be useful. And we've really come a long way. That used to be a gold standard back in the very early days of probiotic supplementation, but we've really come a long way, and we now understand, of course, there are beneficial bacteria that naturally survive digestion. They survive stomach acid and the environment in the intestines, because we can get probiotics through eating food, certain types of foods, some types of probiotics. And so, for example, Natural Factors includes strains that have all been selected for natural acid and bile resistance. They're absolutely proven and tested to survive the digestive process through every aspect. And so an enteric coating is no longer necessary. There are rare instances in which you may still choose to have one, and we can talk about that, but that's a big myth that I often hear. And the fact is we have evolved, and our biotechnology is at a point where we can select strains that don't need enteric coating. They naturally survive digestion.
877-897-8255 will put you in touch with Dr. Kate Rowan Blue. Enteric coated means what?
Enteric coated means that the capsule has a coating placed on it, so it will not open in the stomach. And the stomach, of course, is a very acidic environment, and so that capsule will stay closed until it moves into the intestines, and it will open there.
There was a study. They used three highly regarded clinical trials that's being reported, and they said that it's evident that no enteric coating is used. L. rhamnosus GG was given in a capsule form to over 180 children with positive results. Lactis B104, L. acidophilus, NCFM, registered, trademarked. B. lactis, I mean, they went through a whole list of these, and not enteric coated. And these were with kids. And they said that enteric coating is not required in these clinical trials. They didn't enteric coat the capsules, and kids did just fine with the probiotics.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we see. There's testing. So, for example, all the Natural Factors products and the probiotic products and the strains that go into them have been gone through a testing called fecal survivability. Well, you can imagine how that's done, and what that shows and demonstrates. And so this is just one area where there's been an evolution and a progress in the production of probiotics, and where it's good for people to know and be aware that they don't necessarily have to pay extra for an enteric coating, and in most cases it's not necessary.
Mm-hmm. This is a very important topic. Probiotics have made, the concept has made its way into the mass market. And, you could probably buy a probiotic product where you buy your lawn and garden supplies these days. And a lot of people, in fact, they keep doing this, and I tell them not to, buy their supplements where they buy lawn feed. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go to a health store. Get quality top name brand or brands that are sold in the store. Can't go wrong with Natural Factors. Dr. Kate will tell you more about their probiotic products. There are any number of myths that swirl around this whole notion of probiotics. We come back, we'll continue this conversation. You are listening to Dr. K. Rowan Blue, coast to coast and globally.
Are your joints feeling out of date and stiff? Is that old sports injury flaring up? Is your body aching from the daily wear and tear at work? Body Vigor's Joint Ready keeps you at the ready for any joint pain that gets out of line. Unfortunately, as we age, joint pain becomes more common. Body Vigor's Joint Ready can help provide relief so you can continue to go about your day. Our formula contains sulfated forms of glucosamine and chondroitin. Studies show that these sulfated forms are more effective than regular glucosamine bound to hydrochloride. Joint Ready promotes a healthy inflammatory response, facilitates cartilage synthesis, and provides additional antioxidants. Keep your joints at the ready with Body Vigor's Joint Ready, exclusively on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Here's how to get in touch with the show.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 897-8255. Dr. Garko's personal email is drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. Follow us, like us, share us on Facebook at Let's Talk Nutrition, and subscribe to our YouTube channel where we have over 54,000 views at Let's Talk Nutrition.
Dr. Cate's talking about myths and misconceptions associated with probiotics. From a recent, I don't know if she has this on her list. I don't know, but I can tell you this. Just because somebody says, oh, there's research to back up this particular probiotic or particular product. Well, that may be true. But my question is, what kind of study was it? When you look at the hierarchy of studies and the best evidence, at the top of the food chain, no pun intended, are systematic reviews and meta-analyses. But along the way, you can start with in vitro, which is test tube kinds of studies, in vivo, which are animal studies, then go to expert opinions, and you can go to case studies, case control studies, cohort studies, epidemiological studies of different kinds, RCTs, randomized controlled trials, and so on. What kind of study was done on the probiotic? Was it an in vitro? Was it a test tube study, or was it a clinical trial? Was it an experimental study with animals, which would be an in vivo animal study? That makes a difference. So you just can't. You have to be, again, taking charge of your health, being critical, using your critical thinking skills here. You have to evaluate. Just because somebody said, oh, there's research behind it. What kind of research? I just wanted to drop that in as a sidebar. Dr. Cate, welcome back. Please continue with the myths that you have in mind.
I love that point about the research, because when it comes to probiotics, it is important and entirely possible to select strains that have actual clinical benefits behind them, which means that people in a study have taken these strains individually or in combination and seen some kind of benefit from it. And that's important to know. And so that's one that with probiotics I like to focus on. Mm-hmm. Let's see, more myths.
What about refrigeration myth?
Oh, that's a good one. So these are live, freeze-dried cells, and in general, they will, like anything else, keep, you could say, fresher longer, or their survivability will last longer in a cool environment. But because you have kept them out on the counter, it doesn't mean they're all going to die overnight, for example. And again, as part of the advancing biotechnology, more of the newer products and the newer strains are selected for longer survivability at shelf on the shelf at room temperature. So check the label for that. But it's one, people, even for probiotics that are meant to be kept in the fridge, I'll say, you know what, if you're forgetting to take them because they're in the fridge and not with your other supplements, then take out a week's worth. Or if you're going traveling, take out your week or 2 weeks worth. That is absolutely fine.
What about number of strains or the number, million, billion, quadrillion? What about all that?
Great question. Well, as with everything else, there's a trend in probiotics towards higher and higher concentrations, 50 billion, 100 billion, these kinds of things, and more. And those formulas and those higher potency formulas do have their place, absolutely. However, more is not necessarily always better. Basically, with probiotics, certain strains will do certain things. And if you have those strains in your formula, you often don't need a lot of them. You don't need necessarily 100 billion of them. A couple billion will usually do. And you'll get the benefits from having those strains there. And conversely, if those strains aren't there, you're not going to get those specific benefits. So it's one thing worth paying attention to. And again, it's going back to seeing whether the potency of the strains that you're looking at is supported by clinical trials. For example, Natural Factors has a combination of product called Combiotic. It's a combination of 2 strains of probiotic bacteria that have been shown to help ease anxiety, control feelings of anxiety, and help with the gastrointestinal upset that comes with stress. So it's a calming probiotic. And it just 3 billion cells, so it seems like a very low potency compared to some of the ones you find on the market. But in fact, in the clinical trials, this is all that it took for these specific strains to help people feel calmer, more relaxed, reduce anxiety. Just 3 billion 3 billion live cells per day.
I don't know about these microorganisms, these probiotics. I do know a thing or two, a little bit about humans. One of the things I know about humans is when you crowd them, a lot of people into a small space, that usually that does not end well. We see that everywhere. We see that with cities. We see that in classrooms. We see that in a lot of different contexts. I don't know, but it seems to me when you start jamming billions of microorganisms into a capsule, these are living organisms. Okay? And I'm thinking, I wonder how they respond to such crowded conditions. I just wonder if that serves them well, and if they do better if they had more space. Am I just using my imagination too vividly here?
Well, it's a great question, and it is one that is examined to a certain extent, not as much how they're doing in the capsule, because they're, I guess you can say, inanimate, but once they get into the intestines, and the fact is, if there is no room for them, and there's too much given at one time, then they will pass through without having had their chance.
Okay, we'll be back.
Everyone's raving about the new.
Are your joints feeling out of date and stiff? Is that old sports injury flaring up? Is your body aching from the daily wear and tear at work? Body Vigor's Joint Ready keeps you at the ready for any joint pain that gets out of line. Unfortunately, as we age, joint pain becomes more common. Body Vigor's Joint Ready can help provide relief so you can continue to go about your day. Our formula contains sulfated forms of glucosamine and chondroitin. Studies show that these sulfated forms are more effective than regular glucosamine bound to hydrochloride. Joint Ready promotes a healthy inflammatory response, facilitates cartilage synthesis, and provides additional antioxidants. Keep your joints at the ready with Body Vigor's Joint Ready, exclusively on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. Talk Nutrition. Dr. Kate Rowan Blue, educator for Natural Factors, is the guest on the show today. We always enjoy having Dr. Kate on. And we're talking about probiotics, a very popular topic. It's made its way into the mass market. You now see it in commercials on TV. I think that's okay. That's good. It's good and bad. Don't want to get into too much in the weeds on that, but it's good in the sense that at least it raises awareness. It makes people more aware. It gives them an idea. Oh, probiotics. Bob, what is that probiotic? What are they talking about? Well, I don't know. It's supposed to help with gas, bloating, and diarrhea, Mary. Well, maybe we should get some of that. And, whatever goes on out there. But anything that gets the information out there, and then we'll, hopefully shows like this one will do some service in trying to clear up some misconceptions and myths and wrong-headed applications of these ideas. And Dr. Kate's talking about some of the myths that surround probiotics. Dr. Kate, welcome back. What else did you have in mind about some of these myths regarding probiotics?
Well, I think one of the most common myths is that you can get probiotics or the probiotics you need just by eating yogurt, for example. And, yogurt is a fermented food. I do encourage people to eat fermented foods. You have to watch out for the sugar content of most yogurts. That's one thing. However, the most clinically useful strains of probiotics, the ones that are being used, and studied and shown, for example, to help reduce the incidence of cold and flu, help you stay healthy throughout the winter, or help with mood, like the Combiotic I just mentioned, or the other kinds of benefits, even beyond digestion, aren't found in yogurt, these strains. And it's also important for people to know that at different stages of life, we benefit from different combinations of healthy bacteria and different probiotic strains. So, for example, Natural Factors has a combination for seniors, the ultimate probiotic for seniors, because there are changes that occur in the gastrointestinal tract for people that, the age can change, but, from 60s onwards, for example, we see a decrease in the healthy bifidobacteria that we normally should find and is helpful to find in the colon, and those are crowded out by much less desirable species that can influence the immune system. So seniors benefit from a combination that is higher in bifidobacterium. So this, these kinds of things, this kind of information, isn't getting across with with the increased awareness around probiotics. Yes, that's great, but there's more specifics that people need to know.
All right, I have a question for you. This is a question from me. Does eating a plant-based diet introduce probiotics into the digestive system of a person?
Not necessarily. It might. Plant-based diets are often higher in fiber, and fiber is a prebiotic, and so that will influence the health and the number of bacteria in the microbiome, in the intestines. But a plant-based diet on its own is no guarantee, unless you're eating fermented foods or specific types of foods, that you're getting more beneficial bacteria in through your diet.
Thank you for answering that question. Of course, that's a rhetorical question, but I asked it to introduce you. You hit every note that I thought you would, and that is this. The answer would be yes if the plant-based diet has a lot of fermented food in it, right? That would do it. That would help. But the plant-based diet would be, with the fiber, that would be the food for the probiotics. It would be like prebiotic, wouldn't it, in a sense?
That's right, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So,
and you can have fermented foods in a diet that is not plant-based, that includes all kinds of foods. There's even fermented, animal-based products. That's very common. Old-fashioned method of preserving meat, for example, is through fermentation, and dairy products, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so a plant-based diet is not a guarantee of getting healthier bacteria into your diet.
Sauerkraut, kimchi, miso. I like miso soup. Tempeh, sourdough bread. That's why I go to San Francisco. I'm just kidding. Dill pickles, olives, soy and nut milks with live cultures. Somebody said dark chocolate, microalgae, coconut water, kefir. Those would be ways to get plant-based probiotic foods. Dark chocolate? Since when?
Now, dark chocolate will be a source of prebiotics. There are certain, prebiotic compounds in dark chocolate, but it doesn't contain any bacteria per se. It's not fermented.
Prebiotics. This one article was garlic, leeks, and onions, veggies, asparagus, cabbage, and whatnot, artichokes, pulses, apples, bananas, berries, chicory root. Those would be prebiotic foods, yes?
Definitely. Okay. Really, prebiotics are almost any kind of fiber, but those foods that you listed have certain special types of fiber that the bacteria seem to, really appreciate.
Would it be soluble fiber or insoluble fiber that the bacteria prefer to dine on?
Soluble fiber. That's what they like.
Uh-huh. The insoluble fiber will pass from your mouth to your large intestine, your colon, virtually unchanged, whereas the soluble fiber will break down and form a gelatinous mass in your stomach and whatnot, and they have different functions. So they prefer soluble fiber.
That's right. Insoluble fiber is of course bran, and we say it acts like a broom, right? Sweeps out the colon. That's important. But in terms of bacteria, and most of the benefits that we get from fiber is the action of bacteria on the soluble fiber that we're eating.
True or false? Bacteria, these probiotics, live in different places in the gastrointestinal tract.
Definitely.
That's true.
Of course, yes.
They live in different neighborhoods, and that's interesting. Isn't it interesting how nature figured that out? Didn't want them all living in the same neighborhood.
Oh yeah, there's a huge change. There's relatively few bacteria, in fact, in the small intestine. Most of them are in the large intestine, but even there's these little microclimates. It's very dynamic.
Probiotics and digestive enzymes essentially do the same thing. True or false?
Oh, false.
False. When we come back, could you clear that up a little bit? Because there's a little bit of conceptual confusion about that among people.
Yes, I'd love to.
All right. They are different. Digestive enzymes and probiotics are not the same thing. It's the Jones family and the Smith family. Two different families. We'll come back. We'll have the LTN health question of the day.
Women who are pregnant or planning to have a child have specific nutritional needs. Maintaining optimal nutritional intake is important for mother and baby. Body Vigor's Preferred Prenatal can help mother and baby receive the appropriate building blocks for growth, development, and healthy function. The Preferred Prenatal formula provides essential vitamins and minerals, along with added support ingredients such as folic acid and DHA. Preferred Prenatal also incorporates a bonus herbal blend to help the mom-to-be with the uncomfortable side effects of pregnancy, like nausea, vomiting, mood swings, and uterine health. Support a healthy pregnancy for you and your baby with Preferred Prenatal, exclusively on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. And here's the LTN health question of the day. Based on my conversation with Dr. Kate, which of the following foods is not considered a probiotic food? Which of the following foods is not a probiotic food? A, sauerkraut. B, kimchi. C, cabbage. Or D, miso. Which one of those would not be a probiotic food-based food? A, sauerkraut. B, kimchi. C, cabbage. D, miso. Wiso. Let's go. Here's the number to call.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
Right answer, you'll win a $25 supplement gift card. You can go to your favorite health store and get some of the Natural Factors probiotics products. Any breaking news from Natural Factors, Dr. Kate?
Breaking news from Natural Factors. Well, we are, at this time of year, of course, enjoying the fruits of the echinacea harvest. It's timely, it's seasonal, and the recent harvest that come from the farms, Factors Farms in the Okanagan, is now helping people stay healthy throughout the winter, and that's a big focus at this time of the year.
I've seen that crop, the echinacea crop. I have seen. It's beautiful. Dr. Case referring to Natural Factors has their natural farms as opposed to an unnatural farm. An unnatural farming would be where they're using synthetic chemicals. But Natural Factors has beautiful farms. They are something to behold in the Okanagan Valley. So we'll go to Largo, Florida now, and Chris lives there in Largo. Chris, welcome to the show. It's nice to have you on the air, man.
Thanks again. The answer is cabbage.
Cabbage, it's right.
Cabbage would be sauerkraut.
Yeah. Sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, those are probiotic foods. Live bacteria and yeast, they're good for our gut health and even oral health for all that matter. These foods will will have that element of probiotic. The cabbage is a prebiotic food, fiber. Congratulations. Do you take probiotics?
I certainly do.
You do?
And I also, I love sauerkraut, but It's interesting to note that the bacteria that's in sauerkraut and kombucha, and I think also kimchi, they have acetobacter type of bacteria that biodegrades glyphosate. If you know, glyphosate is a big problem in herbicides. Like
I just wrote a paper on glyphosate. I'm going to publish it on our website. Yeah, I didn't know that. Is that right? It will degrade that compound.
Yeah, it's a Nigerian study from 2010 entitled Biodegradation of Glyphosate Herbicide in Vitro Using Bacterial Isolates from 4 Rice Fields.
I'll be darned.
So, you can find it at that title, African Journal of Biotechnology.
Wow. See, this is why I love people to call the show. We got people listening to this show that are so informed. I didn't know that. I can't know everything.
That's fascinating.
Isn't that cool? That's pretty cool, right, Dr. Kate?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm going to go
we're
look
all
it up.
exposed to glyphosate to some degree. It's so toxic and so harmful in such minute amounts, even parts per billion or trillion. And I learned that from Zen Honeycutt at Moms Across America, who's really leading the crusade against glyphosate and helping, I think it's over 188 municipalities around the country have ended the use of glyphosate because they've gotten their towns or municipalities to stop it. So, yeah, it's really important work that Zen Honeycutt at Moms Across America is doing.
Yeah, I just referenced them in an article that I wrote. It's interesting that you bring this up. I can't believe it. Cheerios, among other oat brand products, the list of products now in which glyphosate is found is just extraordinary. It's alarming. What's even more alarming, agencies like the Food and Drug Administration in the United States and other agencies in other countries have declared it safe. Ironically, the World Health Organization, IARC, said they set off a firestorm of controversy in 2015 when they said it's a probable cancer risk. Another organization associated with the World Health Organization, I don't know the exact title of that outfit, they said the opposite. So you have two organizations from the World Health Organization that disagree. But the FDA, they say it's just fine, not to worry. You don't agree with that, Chris?
Oh, certainly not. The FDA studies they found were originally suppressed as they started to find so many problems with glyphosate. But, it's funny that California recognizes it as a carcinogen, and yet it's also found in all vaccines, which are mandated in California for school attendance. So even for private schools, since they passed SB 277 a couple years ago. So, yeah, they're mandating injection of glyphosate, like I say, is found in all vaccines. And Stephanie Seneff at MIT, I'm sure you already know, has already done a lot. She's probably a pioneer, the most pioneering research of whom I know on this.
Yeah. Well, thank you for contributing to our education. We appreciate it very much. Thank you for that. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Okay. Dr. Kate, you never know who's listening, right, Dr. Kate?
Yes, I'm so fascinated by that information.
Yeah. Well, we want to listen. Thank you so much for spending time with us on the show today for our listeners and viewers across the United States and across the globe, literally. We appreciate it very much. You really was informative, and not only informative, but educational today. Learned a lot, and thank you for preparing for the show and coming on. We appreciate it so much.
You're welcome. I look forward to next time.
Yeah, and no TV at dinner. You're funny. I'm a stickler. Nobody's watching TV. And put those phones away, boys. Oh, you're a good mom.
I'm trying.
Oh, I know you will. You don't have to try. Dr. Kate, thank you so much. Your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you. Get educated. Not just informed, get educated. Use your critical thinking skills. Challenge what you're hearing, what you're reading, what you're seeing. Don't necessarily believe your eyes and ears, right? Use those critical thinking skills. In the end, it'll serve you well. Love you. See you tomorrow.